Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to see how we can automate or how we can validate basically the GET API with the help of, I'll go one by one. First of all, we will verify it manually, then we'll verify it with the help of Postman, and then later on I will show you how you can handle this post request or this GET request with the help of Python. In Python, I will be using request library, which is given by Python, and it's a quite easy library. So let's take a look quickly with the manual. So I'm using this site for maybe you can use another site or any dummy API for your case. Okay. So as soon as I'll hit on this API, you will see this URL, right? So most of the time the prefix of URL, this particular part, right, this is basically called a base URL, which will be same throughout your application, and the rest part is known as your endpoint. So we are hitting the post endpoint here with the help of get request to fetch the information for a particular user. Okay, so if you see in the output, as soon as you click on this, you'll get the results of the outputs, like user ID is 1, ID is 1, title is there, and then body is there, right? And I think there are 100 of records are there. So if you see the ID, it's 100. So ID is unique, so we can say there are 100 records. So this is how, if you want, you can validate your API manually. Now let's switch over to Postman. So in the Postman, if I have to validate this API, since it's a GET API, you can copy this URL, you can put it here, you can select the request type as GET. Okay, and you just have to click on send button, and you will see the response code. So response code is 200. So 200 is your success response. Okay, maybe in the payload case, maybe in the upload case, or maybe in the post request, in the delete request, you will see 201 or 204. So it depends on the type of request you are sending, but whatever is starting from 2 is mostly it's a success response. If it is starting from the 400, 402, 404, 405, it's mostly it's a failure request from the application side, or right, but it is due to our mistake. And if it is 500, 504 or something, so mostly it is like from the server, maybe server is not available, or server is not allowing you, or maybe some authentication problem, maybe it's not allowing you to post the data or something, right? So we'll get to see these request code later in more detail, but for the time being I'm just showing you like how you can handle these things, or how you can see the output and everything in the Postman. And if you see below, this is your response data. Okay, so this is how you can handle the get request API in the Postman. Now let's switch over to Python, will not take much time. So in Python I will be using Jupyter Notebook. Okay, and as I said, I will be using the import library. To install the import library, you can simply write this command pip install request, and it will and run this. So as soon as you run this, it will install the request library. In my case, I have already installed it, so I really don't need to install it again. So the next step after the installation, you can import this library. Okay, so once import is done, in the next step you will use a function request dot get. So get is the function which is used to call the get APIs, and here you can pass the URL of that particular request, you can say. So this is the base URL and this is your endpoint, and after this you can save this in a response, or maybe you can write any variable. It's just a variable, so don't take it as a predefined component over here. Okay, or any predefined variable. So once the response is saved, you can print it. Okay, so response dot text, so it will give you the complete output of this request here, see, right? So if you want not the response value, but the response code to validate, so let me remove this. Okay, yeah, so what you can do, you can simply write print response dot status code. So if you run this command, it will give you the response code. Okay, so this is just a simple way to handle the get APIs. Later on I will show you like how you can handle the response as well. Let's suppose you wanted to get the title only, let's suppose you wanted to get the ID only or the body only, so how you can get it, how you can use it further for the subsequent request, right? Maybe I want to find a ID and then based on this ID I wanted to do some operations. So how to get this ID? So we'll take a look to these things in the next video. And apart from this, I will be creating videos on the framework side also, like how you can create your own framework to handle all these type of APIs with the help of Python and the request library. So for this video, thank you very much.